Yes, guys, welcome back to the Sports Half. We're back here for another Bengaluru FC match preview, and this time it's a game against the mighty Mohun Bagan Supergiant, the team that won the Durand Cup and the team that a lot of people think are going to be title contenders or title winners, given the way that they've gone about their summer and the spendings and the huge money that they've invested into their team. So let's get straight into it. First off, talking about the last games for both the teams, Mohun Bagan had a pretty easy game against the newly promoted Punjab FC, where they won 3-1. The goal scorers were Cummings, Petratos, and Manveer. All the three forwards, other than Liston, who should have got a goal but gave a really good assist to Petratos. Cummings with an easy goal again. Sahal with a miss hit. Luckily landed on Cummings' feet and he finished it with ease. And then finally Manveer getting the last goal, which is good play by Mohun Bagan. Manveer made that late run into the box, and the left back, I think it was Subhashish or it was someone else, I don't remember, but put in a really good cross. And Manveer with a great finish, great flick off the outside of his right boot. Would love to see him do such things for the national team as well, man. Come on, he's not been stepping up for the national team. The whole burden has been on Chhetri, but he seems to be doing really well at Mohun Bagan. Maybe the system fits him more. We don't know what it is, but yeah, he seems to be doing really well. Bengaluru, on the other hand, unfortunately, we lost to our greatest rivals, Kerala Blasters, at their home in front of 39 to 40,000 people, or maybe more, is what the reports say. That the attendance wasn't correct. We lost 2-1. Unfortunately, both goals by Bengaluru could have been avoided. I think the first goal came from a corner. Okay, you can't do much about it. But the second goal, definitely, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, big blunder. As we said in the review of the game, not acceptable from your number one goalkeeper, best goalkeeper in the country, a lot of people would say, but he has those suspect moments in him. So could have avoided the loss, but Curtis Main, the new striker for Bengaluru, came in around the 60th or 65th minute, and by the end of the game at the 90th minute, got the solitary goal for Bengaluru. It was a good finish by him, striker's instinct as many call it. The ball deflected off a cross, but he was there at the right time at the right place, slotted it in. There were questions asked by us or by a lot of Bengaluru fans why Curtis and Harvey did not start the previous game, and Simon Grayson came out in the interview post the Kerala match and said that they both carried some niggles. I think Harvey injured his finger, I'm not sure. Curtis also some small injuries, so they both came on later in the second half for Bengaluru. It'll be interesting to see with what kind of what we do in this game against Mohun Bagan. Not the easiest game. I would say one of the toughest games apart from maybe Mumbai away or Mumbai in general, because they're a great team. I think Mohun Bagan are the team to watch out for. So if you think we're going to win, let us know in the comments, but we'll get to my predictions just in a minute. Let's quickly review both the teams. Before we get to the predicted lineups, let's quickly take a look at the head-to-head between both the teams. We've faced each other quite a lot of times since ATK came into the ISL. They were called ATK Mohun Bagan, Martomar Kolkata, God knows what all. They've had a lot of name changes. But out of about 16 games, Bagan has won 8, we have won 6, and 2 of them have been draws. And the last game, which many of you will remember, was the ISL finals, which happened in Goa in March. And that match ended 2-2 after extra time, and Mohun Bagan went on to win the game 6-5 on penalties. It was a heartbreak for all BFC fans, especially for us, as we travelled all the way there and saw the team lose in the finals. But it would have done Mohun Bagan a lot of good, and we've seen that they have not stopped since then. The transfers and the players they've gotten has just been insane. So getting straight into the predicted 11s, first up, let's take a look at Mohun Bagan. Interestingly, last week against Punjab, Juan Ferrando went with the 3 at the back system, which is usually what Simon Grayson does. But yeah, Juan Fernando went with 3 at the back, with 2 foreign centre backs partnering Anwar Ali. Hugo Bumu surprisingly was not in the lineup and was on the bench, and the other 2 foreigners were used in the front line with Jason Cummings and Petratos. However, this week I feel he would go with a back 4. I think that's his more preferred style, and I think he went with the back 3 last week just because of the players that were not available. I'm not sure what's going on with Bumu, but he did not start. Thapa was suspended after he got a red card in the Durand Cup finals, so I think he's also back this game, if I'm not wrong. But if he isn't, then you might see the same lineup that he went with last week. But for this week, I think it's Keith in goal as usual. Ashish Rai at right back, great right back. At centre back is where you lose one foreign centre back to accommodate another foreigner in your midfield or in your striker, and I think that's what they're going to do. I think Brendan Hamill or Hector Just, one of them is going to sit out, and the other plays. I think Hector Just plays, partnering Anwar and Subhashish at left back. And if Thapa is back and Bumu is fit, I think this is the best midfield in the league of Anirudh Thapa, Sahal and Bumu. The quality in these 3 players is unbelievable. 2 regular starters for India, and Hugo Bumu, in my personal opinion, one of the best midfielders we've ever seen in the league. Going back to his time in Mumbai and Goa before that, what a player. Under Sergio Lobera, he flourished, did really well. So Thapa, Bumu and Sahal, most likely, if everyone is fit, I think would be Juan Fernando's preferred midfield. That's where Bumu takes the place of that foreign centre back, just because the quality he provides is unimaginable. And the front line, I think, remains unchanged. We go with Liston at left wing, Petratos at right wing, and Jason Cummings at centre forward. Jason Cummings, star man. Liston Colasso played really well last game, could have got a goal himself but chose to assist Petratos. And Petratos has been showing it since last season that he's a goal scorer. He's a poacher. He does not miss those easy chances. He's a kind of guy who needs half a chance to finish off a move. So I think great starting 11 from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. I'm very scared, to be honest, as a Bengaluru FC fan, what we are going to go through in the game. And that brings us to my BFC 11, predicted 11. So as I said, Simon Grayson is known to play 3 at the back, but against Kerala went surprisingly 4 at the back. I think he is going to do the same, although I would like to play 3 at the back against Bagan, because we need to defend and play on the counter is probably the best option for Bengaluru. But I think he doesn't change his lineups too often unless there's some major thing wrong in the team or some major players missing out. So I think he's going to play with the same 11, not the same 11 but the same formation pretty much. Gurpreet in goal, Roshan at right back, Slavko and Alexander Jovanovic at centre backs, 2 foreign centre backs needed in this team, and Jaisal plays as a left back. Coming to midfield, I'm still not sure if Javi is completely fit or not. If he is fit, he needs to start, and but then we would have to give away Kezaya. Kezaya is in my starting 11 or in my predicted 11 as of now, with partnering Rohit and Suresha in midfield. Kezaya impressed me immensely against Kerala. His composure on the ball, his control in the midfield, he's like that. I'm not comparing him to Casemiro, but he's that kind of player who can control your midfield. You can be sure that once you lose the ball, Kezaya is there. He timed a lot of tackles very well, connected the passes well with Suresh and Rohit in the midfield. But if Javi is fit, I think we need to play him, because he is the only person in Bengaluru's side who can create chances. There is literally no one else who can give a through ball or who can give a long pass, who can find the striker. There's nobody else in this team, and we saw it time and again last season that Javi did not get the support, and whenever Javi didn't play, we were clueless. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to progress the ball forward. So Javi being there is extremely important in this team. But that also brings the question: do you replace one of the centre backs and put Kezaya behind in your defense, or do you remove Kezaya completely? Very tough questions for Simon Grayson to answer. And in the front three, I think Ryan Williams, given the controversy after the Kerala game and his performance, I don't think deserves a start against Mohun Bagan. I think Curtis Main gets onto the pitch. If he played 30 minutes last game, I think he should be fit enough to start and play at least 60 minutes this game. And then you bring on Ryan or you bring on whoever else. I don't mind, but Curtis needs to start. He's the one that's going to get the goals. And of course, Shiva by his side. And we saw him last game as well, Namgyal Bhutia, who played initially on the left wing and then switched over with Ryan on the right wing. They both switched places. So I think Bhutia still keeps his place because we need Indian players in the team. And we don't have anyone on that right wing position as of now, in an Indian player capacity at least. So this will be my lineup. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Ryan Williams starts? Do you think Javi starts? Do you think should he start if he's fit? What would you do with Kezaya? Let me know all that jazz. And yeah, that's my lineup. I hope we do well. I think it's really going to be really important for our centre backs to be really aware the whole game of what's going on, because you cannot give Cummings and Petratos those chances, man. They're lethal in front of goal. Liston as well is really quick, so it's going to be pretty tough. It's going to be pretty tough to see how these guys play. Liston against Roshan, I'm excited to see that how that pans out. Liston versus Roshan, Jessel versus Petratos. Don't really think Jessel is going to do well, but he did do decent against Kerala. So let's see. And yeah, if I think this is going to be a complete forward versus attack game, I would really like Simon Grayson to tell the boys, look, this is not a place and not a team where you can go and attack them and play your game. Better to sit back. If he's going with 3 at the back, I will not be upset. Better to sit back, absorb all the pressure, wait for them to make 1 or 2 mistakes. You never know, if Thapa is not fit, Glenn Martins plays, or Thapa is suspended, Glenn Martins plays, and he might be the most prone to mistakes in that team. So you go there with caution. We are not Bengaluru. We are not yet in our full capacity. We are still missing Sunil Chhetri. He would have been great in this game to anchor the front line. We're missing Rohit Danu. We have no idea about Halicharan, what's up with him. So we got to be a little cautious. Go in there, sit back and counter and try to get a win. I don't think, this brings me to my prediction. I personally don't think we are good enough to go to Mohun Bagan and get a win. I will be really surprised and amazingly happy if we do. But I think we go there, sit back, try to get a draw, maybe 1-1, maybe 2-2. I think they have goals in them, Mohun Bagan. So we're definitely not keeping a clean sheet. I'd say I would be happy with a 2-2 draw or a 1-1 draw, man. But if I had to be real, if I had to be honest, I think we lose. I don't think we will score. It might be a 2-0, 3-0. I just don't want a humbling. I don't want us to get beat 4 or 5-0. Punjab didn't, so I hope we don't. But let's see how it goes. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with all your BFC fans. We're going to put a lot of BFC content on this channel on YouTube. Go to Instagram, leave a follow there. I will leave the Instagram link in the comment. We're doing a lot of reels, a lot of good posts, all and everything related to Indian football, not just Bengaluru FC. So you're getting the whole package there on Instagram. Be sure to check that out. And if you like this kind of videos, which kind of gives you a preview of the games, we will only do it for BFC because we follow BFC. We're Bengaluru boys. We follow BFC properly. We don't follow the other teams that well, although we do keep a lookout. But if you would like more such BFC content, let us know in the comments. And I will see you after the game. We will be live with Sanjay, or we will get a post-match podcast of the post-match review like how we did against Kerala. And hope we win. Fingers crossed. See you on the next one.